Interesting cabling job to do today in this lovely old Georgian building. I'm just running the first cable through now. Okay, so this is the front office. You've got router and equipment in this cupboard here. We've got existing cabling coming out of the cupboard, going into trunking. This looks like it's the cable for the camera system. Looks like Cat 5 or something. It's coming up here, it's going around the top. It's working its way around. And then it must be going through just above this door. Must be going into that trunking up there. This will go down. Over here, not sure what that box is. But lots of cabling comes through here. Don't know what that box is. It's cabling behind this thing. Existing hole in the wall. Comes out here, runs up along there. And that is a stud wall. We've already got cables going through it. There's lots of trunking sort of crisscrossing the ceiling already, existing trunking. But I'm thinking that probably somewhere over there is probably where you'd want the Wi-Fi to go. Maybe up on that wall, because then you've got a good line of sight here for the bar area. Anyway, this is the Georgian room. That stud wall is here. That's where it comes through existing. There are other cables coming through. This is already a cabling nightmare in here, but no problem. That's the way through into this room. We've got some existing wiring here for speakers, and that looks like an architrave up there which has got some existing wiring on it, which is fine. Probably would want to put Wi-Fi up there, most likely. And then get through into the function room. But this function room still open. Right, so this is the back of the Georgian room. It looks like there is probably cabling already coming through from the Georgian room on this side, not that side. If we go there, or somewhere around here, I'll cover the corridor, because it'll go a lot easier through glass and doors than it will through that thick wall. First Wi-Fi hotspot about to go in. Most of the cables run through. There it is. The good thing about this thing with Wi-Fi is you want a good line of sight. So here I am right below it, and I can see the whole room and most of the bar. So it should do pretty good coverage in there as well. That's why I've put it in this particular location. So I've got one Wi-Fi access point in. The cable has almost been run, so we're about halfway through the job. Time to stop for some lunch. Got a nice little table for three in this really lovely room. We're in a storeroom, roughly in the centre of the building, which is a Ideal location. Lots of service pipes in here already. Just installed this cabinet. I love these Calvin cabinets. They're really neat, small and good. Nice and level. Now, really compact, really neat. Gonna look good. We decided, because of all the complexities in the building, that we would take it around the building. It'll look much better, much more out of the way, much less intrusive on the listed structure inside, because this isn't listed, this bit. That's where it comes out. We put this ducting up. You just see, this conduit rather, comes all the way around. Gotta say, this was an absolute pain. All the way around. Let's go up a bit there. This actually runs about 36 meters or something. Near enough. It comes all the way along the front where it's quite nice. Goes back in here. Not quite finished. We're about to do that bit. It'll go back in there. Comes through in here. Need to patch up the wall a bit. Trunking will run along there in a minute. Up to the Wi-Fi point. Here's the pre-cut piece of trunking. Brilliant. And now we're going to do it. And this is where the cable comes in from the outside. Not quite finished filling the hole yet. It was quite a deep fill, so it needs to be done in a few stages. But I'm quite happy with how this trunking works. Nice fit there, nice corner, up to the Wi-Fi, which is now working perfectly. Okay, so we're all installed. Things are working very well. You can see the cable there going to the outside, and the two internal cables which just run along here with all these other services. Some of these cables are possibly out of use, but they just don't know what is used. The building has changed ownership many times. We've tried to use existing holes and run along with existing cables where possible. Gone through here, but this is a newly installed just a sort of partition wall. That's where we access the rest of the building from. Here's where we exit this stud wall. And again, we run along the existing cables. And just always trying to avoid making the situation any worse and improving it wherever we can. And then the two cables separate here. One of them goes through this existing hole where these other cables have been run before. Especially in a building like this, we want to avoid as much drilling as possible. Now, this is a lovely room. The other cable goes up, runs along inside of that beam, through here, over here, goes through that existing hole, fire cables. Need to put a corner piece on this trunking, but you can see where the cable comes through, goes into its own trunking. Another corner piece is to go over here, and then it runs along to the Wi-Fi access point here. And these Wi-Fi access points are effectively at opposite ends of the building, opposite corners of the building in fact. And they just about cover that Georgian room in the middle. But I've said to save money, we'll try it out with these two Wi-Fi access points first. And if they don't have good enough quality signal in the Georgian room, I'll come back and install another access point in there. All should be good. This other cable, like I say, comes through the existing hole, Comes out, follows these cables just above. Had to do a new hole in this piece of wood, but you know, there's one just here already, so not really making anything any worse. And then we come through. Inside this trunking, you can see it comes out there, goes up, fits into the coving all the way along. Nice and neat. We paint it in and then goes into the office. We won't go in there because there's somebody working in there today, but that's where the router is through there. Done. Really long day today. It's just before 7:30. We've finished. The internet is working now. It's connecting to the storeroom where we've put this lovely small cute little cabinet. And the Wi-Fi is now working, and they have a Wi-Fi network. And it works throughout the building just as it was supposed to. Really pleased, job well done.